Good morning. It's Crystal City Girl Homestead. So, if you've been around for a while, thanks for being here. If you're new, welcome aboard. We do canning, cooking, preserving, dehydrating, all that good stuff. So, and food bank hauls. But anyway, so today I'm canning burrito in a jar. We had that last night for dinner. So I'm going to can up 3 and then I'll do the other 4 off camera because I'm just running out of countertop space and I'm actually using Tom's chair as part of a countertop. So let's get started. We're going to do 7 quarts because that's what the canner will hold. So we're going to do 7 full quarts. So the first thing that it's asking for is half a cup of pinto beans. I'm making more space in my kitchen and I still seem to be running out. I don't understand it. And then we need a 1/4 cup of rice. And I'm using just plain white rice. Those burritos last night were awesome. And for those that you ask about gravy, my mom and we all did that, and the gravy really does add a lot of flavor, more than you think it does. So, now we need a 1/3 cup of bell pepper. Now this was frozen until a little bit ago, because I chop it all up and then I freeze it. And then you need a 1/3 cup of onion. The onions as well. They were cut up and froze. Anything that makes it easier when you're, cooking or canning or whatever, I'm all about it. I really, really am. Now, yesterday I cooked up 10 pounds of hamburger, so whatever I don't use today, then I'll put into my vacuum sealer and I'll put it in the freezer. So this needs a cup of hamburger. You could use whatever you wanted. If you wanted ground pork or ground turkey, I imagine it'll all be the same. So if you don't want hamburger in there, put what meat you want. Your kitchen, your rules, your taste buds, not mine. All right, now we need 4 tablespoons of Rotel. And I am using the canned Rotel. The reason for that is because we don't know what the pH is in my Rotel, and I don't want to take that chance. So we are using the canned, even though mine tastes better. Doesn't it, Tom?
Yep.
But tomatoes can be funny that way. They have to have a certain amount of pH, so it's just like with lemon juice. So for this, I will use the canned. You don't want anything to not be safe in your meal. That's not a good idea. All right, and then we need a tablespoon. Let me clean out my spoon here. A tablespoon of taco seasoning. Hopefully you guys can see this well. And I will post this recipe down below as well. And then we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Isn't that pretty in the jar already? This stuff is so yummy, you guys. I've had to recan it like 4 times because it's so good. And it's so easy. I showed you how quickly you can make it. Tom's getting on his honey-do list, aren't you, Tom? Kind of. All right. Now you're going to use beef broth, and I use the one that you make your own. Now the broth, what that actually does is it makes it so that, you know, because you're going to have, I'll make more in just a second. You're going to have all this rice and beans, and you need something to have it expand. Otherwise, it'd be kind of dry, right? So we'll finish that one up in a minute. So then you want to, what I do is kind of put my debubbler in there and just make a little cyclone, see? I can tell you the rice will settle at the bottom. It doesn't matter, but... And I don't quite go to the 1 inch because everything is going to expand. So I go below just about 1.5 inches. So that you have, this one actually has probably just a little bit too much in it. Because everything is going to expand a little bit. There we go. So then we need to make sure that we wash our rims. So I'm using just water. And then you're going to put your rings on finger tight. Don't crank down on them, just finger tight. And then you're going to put them in your canner. This is pressure can. Because it has meat in it, let me pull you up here a little bit. Because it does have meat in it, it's 90 minutes for a quart, 75 minutes for pints. I just want to, because I forgot to do it last week, I am a representative for 4 jars, and that's the lids that we are using today. So 4 jars, they're BPA free, they're awesome. I haven't had one yet that didn't seal, and so I will continue to use them. I used them before I even became someone to represent because I really do like their lids. So I'm going to finish these up, get 7 of them put in the canner. I'm going to bring it up to pressure, let it vent for 10 minutes, and then start my timer for 90. So I'll bring you back when they're done, and you'll see how beautiful they are in the jar. I'll be back. Alrighty, so there's our burrito in a jar. If you notice, you can see the beans, the meat, everything. Doesn't that look delicious? It's so yummy. And I also can those with my 4 jar lids. So if you look down below, you'll see a code to save 10% off of your order. And anything over $50 is free shipping. And they have a 90-day warranty on those now too as well, so that you have time to actually use them. So you guys have a very blessed day. And thanks for watching. We'll be back for dinner.